What's up, YouTube? Just sitting here on the couch watching Tommy Boy. So I've seen this movie a bunch of times, so I don't mind losing a little time doing this video that I've been wanting to do for a couple days. I know the body's just sitting on there, but I don't have the pins in, so there, it looks a little better now. All right, so I just wanted to go over the upgrades I've done to it and a couple other things I want to do. So let's get this video started. I don't want to ramble too much. I've already redone the video a couple times because I ramble way too much. So here we go. If you want to see some action videos, check out my friend Jerry Jung, Jerry Jung, Jung. He's got a couple of good videos running in completely stock form. So you'll see some of the shortcomings and why, some of the reasons I replaced a few of the things I did. First, they were off the bat. It does come with a Castle. They have it's a rebranded Castle SV3, the Sidewinder 3, and so it is programmable through Castle Link. But I didn't have one when I first got it, and those videos, it was the first time I ran it, so I didn't have any drag brake programmed in, so you could see it struggling a little bit. Plus, that stock motor system, doesn't lend itself to crawling too well. It works great for high speed running and just general bashing, but as far as crawling, it doesn't do very well. So went ahead and upgraded that. I haven't run it yet with the new power system. I barely got it a few days ago and put it in, so still have to try it out with that. But just messing around in the backyard a little bit, it proves to be pretty decent. I'll show you what I got. We'll start with the wheels first. Everybody knows the stock wheels are horrible. I went cheap and easy, and it works great. RPM revolvers. RPM revolver wheels, narrow in the front, wide in the rear. I mean, the wheels are the same width, just the offset. So narrow offset in the front and wide offset in the rear. That keeps the width of the truck just as stock. So it's basically like a stock replacement type thing. And then so I did that. Let's get the lid out of the way. And my motor system, I went with, let's turn it this way so you can see it. I went with a Hobbywing XC-Run SCT Pro. That's a 120 amp ESC censored with a 10-shock 3500 kV motor. I'm running some Turnigy Nanotech batteries. These are 2 cells, and I got rid of the stock battery hold down because I also run some 3 cells that I have from my Revos. So in those, they're a little taller than these 2 cells. So instead of having to move that up and down, I just put in the strap. Only thing is, since they're a little bit too long, I had to run the battery standing up, or else it won't hold them up. But it works fine that way. And then I cut this out for when I was running the stock hold down, and the wires would come out through there for the other for the 3 cells that I have for the Revo. So that's why that's cut out there. But no big deal. Doesn't hurt anything. If you stick with the stock servo, you need to replace that steering horn. That stock one is horrible. It just flexes, it just twists whenever you try to turn. So it doesn't, I mean, you give it some steering input, and if you're on anything other than really soft dust or like concrete with a layer of soft dust, those tires won't move. You'll just get this. Other things I did, titanium upper links and lower aluminum links from Blue Monkey. Big help. Those stock lower ones were bending right about there, so I was afraid they were going to break, so I went ahead and ordered these. And I got the uppers. The stock uppers are fine, but the reason I changed them was because when I got mine, I didn't notice it right off the bat, right away. But if you can see right there, let's see, let me get to focus. Yeah, it's focused on there. If you see right there, you can see that something was rubbing on it. Over here is probably just from the rocks and stuff, but you can see here it's actually a little bit thinner than the rest of it. Well, that's from the upper link rubbing on it, because when they assembled mine, they put the wrong link on the left side, so it was bent down instead of up. So it was rubbing on that. Whenever if the suspension would only go to about there, and it would start rubbing. So and it still had about that much more to go. So yeah, that's why I replaced the uppers. If not, I would have left the uppers. The uppers, they would have been fine. And then I put this skid plate to protect the rear pumpkin a little bit. I changed my rear springs to 1.71 inch-pound springs. Stiffen up the rear a little bit because they were the stock springs are way too soft. Put 20 weight oil in the front. I mean the rear, 50 weight in the front. Stock springs in the front, those are okay. It could use stiffer ones, but they weren't as bad as the rears, so I just left them. And hopefully I'm not repeating myself because I've done this video a couple of times already. And then I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm not sure. Just in case I didn't, did 500,000 weight diff oil in the front. That helped a lot. And then, yeah, I think that's everything I've done. Another thing I'm waiting on, I already ordered them. Threaded links for the camber and toe. I ordered some slash 4x4 links, stock Traxxas ones. Just ordered some of those. I've seen Ryan's Toys channel. He used those and they fit, so went ahead and ordered some of those. I'm gonna try those out. And then another thing I want to do was I want to get all the Vanquish upgrades for the steering. I didn't want to get the Vanquish links because the Traxxas ones are cheap and they should work fine, so I didn't want to spend the extra money for those. And then I want to get the Vanquish upgrades for the steering next. And then as you can see, there's already a lot of slop in that. I mean, that's up and down slop. You know, it's on the shaft, twisting like that. So that's not side to side. That's how much side to side play there is, and it's actually part of it in the steering servo. And then I can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of slop in that ball end, and the rod end that's on the steering servo, and then there's a lot of slop in that steering crank. But then there's also that kind of slop, so I'm gonna replace that stuff with all the Vanquish stuff to try to get rid of some of that slop in there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Hopefully that'll take care of it. Oh, in case you've been hearing, I don't know if I mentioned it. Yeah, Tommy Boy in the background. And yeah, that's all I've done. So looks like this time I went a lot shorter than the last one. Maybe this one will get uploaded. Alright, you guys take it easy. Have a great day.